Here's integrated 3. It's problem 11-12. It says a plane is currently 250 miles from its destination. It continues on its current course. If it continues on its current course, it will travel another 300 miles and end up 75 miles away from its destination. What adjustment does the plane need to make in its course direction to arrive at its destination? So that was, it makes you have to draw a diagram. It didn't give you a diagram. So I started out by just drawing a plane, and then I drew a little star for my destination, and I labeled that it was 250 miles from the plane to the destination. And then I wasn't sure how to make the triangle, but it says it'll go another 300. I knew it was going to miss. Like, I knew the plane isn't going straight to the destination because it says it flies another 300 miles, which is farther than the destination, right? And then it's going to be 75 miles away. So it needs to, like, change this angle right here. So anyway, I just drew it like I put the plane on a course that looked like it was going to miss its destination. So I could have drawn it down here or somewhere else. And then I made it so that it's not a right triangle, by the way, but I just made it so that wherever the plane ended up, the other side of the triangle was 75. And then it seemed like it made sense, so I just saw that I had a triangle problem I need to solve for x. This is not a right angle, or we don't know whether it is or not, so we can't use Pythagorean theorem, so I'm going to use law of cosines. Law of cosines is, it says c squared equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab times cosine c. So you can Google that or look it up in your math notes box or get it off of your cheat sheet. Basically, I didn't even put any letters of the alphabet on my triangle because I just know that this and this is the angle measure that I'm interested in, and this is the side across from the angle measure that I'm interested in. So I just know that I'm going to use these as C, if that makes any sense. I mean, I can label it. I can say this is C and this is a little c, and then those are A and B, and it doesn't matter what order I put them in because they're just getting added together, and right here they're getting multiplied, and that's commutative. So I got this 75 squared, and then these are just the two other sides. It doesn't matter which one goes first or second. It's got the two other sides squared, minus 2 times the two other sides times cosine of my angle. And then I just squared out 75, and I got that. Squared this out, multiplied all those together. People mess up on the order of operations. They think they can take these three numbers, like add those together, and then divide by that. They think they can add these two together and then subtract that number, but you can't because it's multiplying against cosine. So you have to actually just add these two together, then subtract on both sides because of the order of operations. And then you end up with this, with this number. And then you can divide both sides by -1/5 by this number. And then you will end up with 0.97916 repeating equals cosine of x. And then I want to get the x by itself, so I inverse cosined both sides. So the inverse cosine of this decimal is about 11.72. So that tells me that that's the, like the plane would have to kind of angle himself down by 11.72 in order to be going in the right direction to hit his destination.